So, what if you could build an AI version of yourself? I'm talking about a digital twin that could actually handle job interviews for you. Well, today, we're kicking off a project that does exactly that. We're going to break down how you'll build it, the technology that powers it, and the professional workflow you need to follow to make it all real. This is a really cool look into the future of career tech, so let's get right into it. First things first, let's be super clear about the big idea here. This is not just some academic project or a toy you build and throw away. You are literally creating a genuine AI asset, something that has real value and is designed to actively help you in your career. Think of it as an intelligent agent that works on your behalf. So, what exactly is this digital twin? Let's unpack the core idea of what we mean when we say it's your digital advocate. Okay, the most important phrase on this slide is truth layer. This is the whole ballgame. We're not building a simple chatbot that just makes stuff up. This is an intelligent engine that is completely grounded in facts, your actual, real-world skills, achievements, and experiences. That's what allows it to answer questions accurately and honestly, just like you would. And that truth layer is so powerful because it's built on a technology called Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG. All that means is the AI has to first retrieve real facts from your career history before it can generate an answer. Once you build a solid RAG foundation, just think about the possibilities. It becomes the engine for everything: personalized job matching, AI-generated cover letters, and yeah, maybe even a phone assistant that can have an initial chat with a recruiter for you. Now, you might be thinking, how do we get from zero to a full-blown digital twin? Well, the good news is you're not starting from zero. This whole project is a direct evolution of the skills you've already built, taking the core ideas from a simpler project to a whole new level of sophistication. And here's the best part. The fundamental tech stack is exactly the same. You're still going to be using vector databases, creating embeddings, and using semantic search. You already know how to do this. The big change is applying those exact same skills to a much richer and more personal set of data, your own career. But make no mistake, this is a massive leap forward. You're going from dealing with simple one-line facts about food to navigating the complex, nuanced data of a whole career. But honestly, the biggest change here is in control and intelligence. It's no longer you asking the questions. Now the AI agent is in the driver's seat. It decides what to do, when to search for information, and how to use it. All right, for a project this cool, the final product can actually look like a couple of different things. You've got two main options to choose from, and both are equally valuable. They just focus on different parts of the system. Let's take a look. First up, we have option one, which we call the brain. This is the pure back-end version. It runs entirely inside a developer environment like VS Code. The whole point here is to prove the core intelligence works. You're building an agent that can take a job description, run a full interview by itself, and then spit out a comprehensive report at the end. It does this using something called tool calling, which is just a fancy way of saying the AI knows how to call your RAG system to get the facts it needs. Then you've got option two, the face. This is where you build a slick web interface on top of that same intelligence. This version is all about the user experience. You can imagine a recruiter pasting in a job description, hitting start, and then just watching the interview happen live on screen, right down to a final pass or fail recommendation with the reasons why. Now, this is absolutely crucial. Here's the most important rule of all. No matter which option you pick, the engine underneath has to be identical. The face cannot be a shortcut. That web UI must use the exact same intelligent agent and the same tool calling functions as the brain. There's no cheating. The vector search is always the source of truth. You know, a complex AI project like this is just as much about how you build it as what you build. To really pull this off, you have to work like a real-world engineering team. And that means discipline, structure, and communication are everything. And to make that happen, every single team is going to use a project management tool like ClickUp as their official source of truth. This is how professional teams stay organized. It makes sure every task is tracked, everyone knows who's responsible for what, and everyone is held accountable for their work. Having a predictable weekly rhythm is also going to be essential. Every week looks the same. You kick off Monday with planning. Tuesday through Thursday is for heads-down coding and daily stand-ups to clear blockers. And Friday is all about testing each other's code and looking back at what went well and what didn't. This cadence creates steady, reliable progress and avoids all that last-minute chaos. A huge part of this weekly rhythm is the 1-hour weekly calibration call. And yes, it's mandatory. Think of this as your formal engineering governance meeting. It's the time you all get together to align, solve the tough problems, and make sure the project is still headed in the right direction. And these calls aren't just casual hangouts. They follow a very strict agenda. You start with a live demo of what you actually built. Then you move into a technical review of your code and design. After that, you tackle any blockers that are slowing you down, and you always end with firm commitments for what you'll deliver by the next call. So, at the end of all this, how does a team actually prove they've built a successful digital twin? Let's go over the final submission requirements and what the presentation needs to look like. Okay, your final submission is all about your team's public GitHub repository. The Git history in that repo has to show clear, consistent contributions from every single person on the team. Your README file needs to be crystal clear, professional documentation. And I cannot stress this enough. Your personal career data gets submitted separately. Never, ever commit it to the shared repo. Your final 15-minute presentation is a pure tech showcase. A full 50%, half your grade, is based on a live demo of your working system. The rest of the time is for showing the quality of your data, proving you worked well as a team, and giving a quick, clear explanation of how your RAG workflow actually functions. So when it all comes down to it, this is your checklist for success. Your system has to be autonomous, it has to be factual, and it has to deliver a complete result. It's got to run in one of the two modes we talked about, use the right tech, and be backed up by a GitHub history that proves you all work together to make it happen. And that brings us to the final and really the most important question you need to ask yourself. The challenge here isn't just about building some clever AI. It's about building an AI that you would actually trust to represent you in a professional setting. That's the real standard. Is it accurate? Is it reliable? Is it you? That's the goal you should be aiming for.